This is the fluffiest, chunkiest journal I have ever made. Come along if you'd like to see the inside. Hi guys, my name is Emily. Welcome back to Junk Journal Inspirations. Today I have my design team project for Tracie Fox at Fox Creative, LoveJunk Journals on Etsy. I used a bunch of her kits, particularly the new ones she put out this year, which are just adorable. The one is Glad Tidings, and I think the other one is Watercolour Christmas Ephemera. But I also used some older Christmas kits that she has as well. So I will link to her Etsy shop, and then I will list the names of the kits that I used so that you can go and check those out. So I'm so excited because this is seriously the chunkiest journal ever. I feel a little bit bad for this elastic lace that I use as a closure because it's having to do the work of you know, something way stronger, but it's fine. So yeah. I just love how this turned out. I hope you guys love it too. I was going to do 2 Christmas journals this year. I had said that before. But then I just started like throwing everything in this journal. So I sort of ran out of time and just, yeah. So only one this year. This will be listed in my Etsy shop by the time this video uploads. I'll put a link to that as well, so you can go and check it out if you're interested. I'm going to say that it's probably more of a decor piece, or a, like if you're like me and you like journals that just have a bunch of stuff in them that you can flip through and touch and open and, you know, it's that kind of journal. It's not necessarily, I mean, there are spaces to write, but it's probably going to be a little bit difficult unless you take some of the ephemera out. So just, you know, fair warning on that. So the cover, the front and the back cover are from a antique book. Let me slip this off so I can talk about it better. It was a book of, like, I don't remember. The pages are in the journal, so we'll talk about that when we get there. But isn't that just gorgeous? And then the back cover is also beautiful. I used some pink lace to cover up the raw edge of the covers because I created a like inside out spine. That's what I call it. The spine is attached on the inside of the covers instead of on the outside because I didn't want to cover up all this pretty cover with fabric. So the spine is 3 inches. Yes. And I covered it with this adorable snowflake fabric, if I could talk, and I added some little snowball trim to the top and the bottom, and let's see, it is about 5 by 7 if you wanted a measurement, but you know, and then it does this, so it's not really you have to keep the closure on, and that's just a piece of elastic lace with a wooden nickel attached from 1980. So yeah, there are 4 signatures. I think there are about 208 pages, front and back, something like that. So let's go ahead and get inside. All right. So it lays nice and flat. The cover does anyway, because of the inside out spine. I do like how that lays. So, you know, anyway, I used just some Tim Holtz paper and ephemera here on the front. This is a little Tim Holtz die cut from a die snowman. All right, so we have some really pretty red and white ruffle. This was given to me by my friend Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. Some Tim Holtz ephemera on the front. And then here I made a little corner pocket with some vellum, and there's this beautiful stamp that is my friend Jenny's, and it says, "This Christmas, mend a quarrel, seek out a forgotten friend, write a love letter, share some treasure, give a soft answer, encourage youth, keep a promise, find the time, forgive an enemy, Listen, apologize if you were wrong, think first of someone else, be kind and gentle, laugh a little more, express your gratitude, gladden the heart of a child, take pleasure in the beauty and wonder of the earth, speak your love, speak it again, speak it still once again. And that's anonymous. But anyway, I just stamped that onto vellum. And then this is an antique advertisement. It's Santa, and it has a loan, you know, like a bank on the back, I guess. And that's just tucked in there like a tag, and just like that. And then this is paper from Tracie's kit, Glad Tidings. Isn't that snowman adorable? I just love him. And I printed that onto ivory paper. There's some ledger here, and then this is a milk cap that I just turned into a cluster. Some vintage writing paper. And then, like I said, all the pages of the book are in here. I think there are only 8, I think. So there's 2 in each signature. But this is the title page here. And I did reinforce, I don't know if you can see down there, I reinforced these pages after I took them out of the book with washi because they are really old. And then you've got these beautiful Christmas, you know, it's like a little Christmas book. This is beautiful flowers and sentiments and things. This is some red graph paper that I had tea dyed. Okay, I think this is my favorite piece that I made for anything ever. This is actually from, the little Cocker Spaniel is from Rach and Bella's Christmas kit. But I just had to put it, I just had to use it. So I made a little snow globe. I used acetate. This is a die that I have, the actual snow globe itself. And I put the little Cocker Spaniel in there, and I added some die cut snow and a little holly embellishment and a couple of flat back pearls. I just love that. It reminds me of Pixie. And then I made some tabs with Tim Holtz paper. And then this is just a little, this was an envelope. It was a red envelope, and I just turned it kind of into like a trifold. We've got, I decorated, you know, all the pages. We have a pocket here, if I can grab in here. I think this is all I put in there. It's just a vintage trading card, but it's a really pretty winter scene. So that's in there. You've got some Denison stars and a little Tim Holtz girl, a gold doily. This is a Denison label. And then I used, I have the Christmas stamps that were created by Lorna at Tailor Made Journals. And this is one of them. It's just a postage. And then over here, this is just a tad difficult. All right. I used a lot of Tim Holtz ephemera. You have a pocket up here. And I just have one of Tracie's tags in there with some pretty ribbon at the top. Let me get that back in there. This is probably going to be a long video. I'm sorry. There's so much to show you. I just dyed a little flower. It looked like a poinsettia. And then on this side, you have, this is a vintage dictionary page. It just has the definition of Christmas and Christmastide. This is one of Tracie's labels from one of the kits I used. I just did some collaging over here with some cardboard and a really old ribbon, a vintage postage stamp, some of Tracie's ephemera from the kit. And then, oh, no, I already showed you that. And there is something in here. Let's see if I can. 2 pieces of Tracie's ephemera. Isn't that so adorable? And I used, I printed on the backs too. So no white if you're like me and you can't stand white. I don't know what my problem is. I really don't like, yeah, I can't make myself do that. I will tie that later because that's going to take me too long. Okay. I created a belly band on this page. This is some vintage writing paper, like tablet paper, and it was not happy that I put this flower here. So I had to create something for that, like to bump against when it's closed. So there's a silver doily back here. And then I just used 3 strips from the Tim Holtz Christmas ephemera. And I just glued them kind of at the tops and the bottoms. So there's openings under each one. So you could even put more in here if you wanted to. This is also from Tim Holtz. And then inside, this is a piece of Tracie ephemera. Isn't that adorable? And these are 2 vintage Denizen Christmas tags. So I just slid those in there. And they just kind of, yeah, if you can just slide them however you want. I'm trying to, there we go. So yeah, I just thought that was cute. And then on this side, I made a pocket with one of the Tim Holtz baseboards, I think, or whatever they're called, or layers, I think. This is also Tim Holtz. And then this is another piece from that Denizen Christmas set I have. So I just slid that in there. And then this is also an old Christmas tag. It actually has some flocking on it, and I left it, you know, it has the names to Mrs. Bats from Pearl. I just thought that was cute. I added the eyelash trim. Okay, and then we have these envelopes I found somewhere. I just added some Tim Holtz ephemera. This is a piece, this is from Hobby Lobby, some old rickrack. And then inside there is, I love the noise, listen. Doesn't that sound awesome? This is one of Tracie's tags. I sewed around it and added Season's Greetings there and a little bit of tulle at the top. And then this is from a book I had. It's a mulled apple cider recipe. I had some thread left over from my bobbin, and I just sewed it on to the side there. I thought that looked kind of cute. And then some more of Tracie's kit page. Let's see that. Some really cool graph paper that's green. This is the middle of the signature. This is Tim Holtz paper. This is an old stocking that I had in my stash. I added, if you can see the little Christmas tree, Brad is holding that on there, and I actually put something inside. This is one of Tracie's little itty bitty tags, and I just added the ribbon to the top so that it'd be easier to pull out of there. I just love that. It just makes me happy. Christmas to me is a time to just, I don't know, like I don't have a certain theme with my decor. I like what I like, right? This is a die cut that I put together. This is a stamp that I have. I thought that was cute, so I just stamped it and then tore it out. All right, we have in the middle of this signature is a piece of crochet doily that I thought looked like a snowflake. So I put that in there. It's just attached with a bulb pin. This is part of a Starbucks coffee sleeve, but it says wishing you coffee and joy, and it has some stars on it. And I just added, this is one of Tracie's pieces, some eyelash trim, and then this little 50-cent price tag thingy. This is a Tim Holtz Brad. This is 25, and then some Tim Holtz, it says confectionery. And I went around it with some patina green or something, I don't know what it's called, gilder's wax, this kind of stuff. There are some authentic, let's see, this is a merchandise coupon, but there's 5 of those there. You can take them apart and use them in your own journals if you want. And another one of the Denizen tags. I love this. This is my favorite one, I think. And then I think I also, yeah, I love the whole thing. I'm just going to stop saying that. I had this gorgeous piece of something. I'm not sure even what it was, but it's just soft and old and fabulous. So I sewed it onto a piece of Tim Holtz paper, and I added one. This is one of Tracie's, this little squirrel, and then the other 2 are Tim Holtz. And I sewed that around and made a pocket, and then I added an old safety pin and a garment pin with a couple of star. I'm not sure if you can see that. There's some stars, some star charms. And then inside are 2 of Tracie's tags. Again, they have printed on the back. I didn't do a whole lot of decorating with that kind of, you know, I did more decorating in the journal than with the actual like ephemera pieces, because it was just not going to ever close. There would be no amount of elastic in the world that could keep it closed. Look how pretty that bird is. I just love this. Yeah, Tracie did a fabulous job on these Christmas kits. This is from her kit as well, this Santa. This is a Tim Holtz piece. Inside is a tag that I made out of a Tim Holtz craft tag. And then I just collaged, or I glued down the collage paper. This is a Christmas tree from one of his ephemera packs. This as well, it says Merry, and then these numbers, 25. And then I just used some fabric that I had for the topper, and it fits in here absolutely perfectly. So you kind of have to, yeah, it's a snug fit, but it fits well, and I'll put it in later because, yeah. Anyway, this is another old piece of ribbon or a bow I had. This is a Tracie circle, some doily back here, and then another piece from Tracie's kit. And then this is a belly band that I made with a ruffle from some ticking fabric that I got from my friend Amy. Hi, Amy. But I think it's adorable. I just took some of the small tags from Tracie's kit and sewed around them onto there. And then there's some of that gold flecked ribbon behind. That was cute. These are some, I think, Norwegian sugar packets, vintage sugar packets. They no longer have the sugar inside, but I just think they're absolutely adorable. So, so I added those in there. I like to add as much vintage stuff as I can in my journals. This is from a pop-up book, and I just cut it out, and yeah, that's it. Just something cute. This is the envelope that one of Lorna's stamps came in. I cannot bring myself to throw those away because they're so beautiful. It has the wax seal that says Merry Christmas at the top. This is an authentic antique Christmas card wishing you a bright and happy new year, actually New Year. This is from some Wildlife Federation stamps that I have, but this was a page that the stamps were cut from this page, but this one's unperforated, and I just thought it was pretty. It's actually gummed on the back, but yeah, so that goes in there. Are we up to like an hour yet? I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do things halfway. I just don't. I wouldn't want to, you know, like, yeah, I love how my journals turn out. They make me happy. I just clipped on with an old kind of rusty paper clip this invitation from Christmas 1924 for a Christmas dinner. Isn't that just gorgeous? It has the menu inside. They would have roast turkey and all kinds of fun stuff. Mince pie. And I just thought that was cute. It has a Christmas toast on the back. So that is just clipped on. And I meant to have all of these pieces available as a digital this year, and it didn't happen because it just didn't happen. So maybe next year. This is the other side of the book page. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the illustrations in these books. Oh, just make me happy. And then you've got more book reading on the back. We're just on the other side of these pages. So I made a little tuck spot with a blank Viewmaster reel that I have. And I added some, let's see, green powder paper that I have, vintage, like probably be used in a pharmacy maybe, or in a science lab. And then some Tim Holtz paper behind that. That's what the green and white stripe is. Added a brad there. I took some vintage strip of paper that I had that had some red writing on it, 25-cent vintage price tag, some snowflakes and some ribbon, and then that's just a little tuck spot for this antique card. It's got like fluffy yarn on it. It's got a kitty on the back. I just thought that was cute. This is one of Tracie's tags, again with that beautiful bird, and then another authentic antique advertisement card. This one happens to be for vegetable compound and blood purifier. That sounds fun. I did leave all of my sewing strings long, so if you don't like that and you are the one that receives this journal, you can just cut those off. Another of Tracie's pages. This was a towel that I had, but it has a recipe for old-fashioned gingerbread cookies on it, so I made it into a fabric flip, and then underneath, see, I got carried away. I used this cottage cheese lid to make a tuck spot, and I just glued lace around it and added one of those flowers. And then this is a piece of Tracie's ephemera that I added some lace to on the side, and this is also from Tracie's kit. And you just kind of have to, you know, like I said, you can take stuff out, you know, do what you want with it if you are the one that receives this. We've got some more of that snowball trim on the last, the back of the signature. And then I just took some Tim Holtz ephemera and layered it up and added this reindeer that's also from Tim Holtz. All right, next signature, we have another piece of really pretty ruffle here. And I took these pieces from Tracie's kit that are ornaments, you know, like bulb ornaments, and I just kind of created a little, you know, fun beginning of the signature with some die cuts and things. And then here is a little triple pocket that I made with Tim Holtz paper and ephemera. Inside, I'm just going to take it, well, I'll take it all out so you can see what the pocket looks like. Okay, so here's what the pocket looks like. And then you have another antique advertising card here. And a piece of calendar from December of 1956. That was the year my mama was born. A merchant, just a receipt from a general store, but it is number 25. It's from the 1960s, that receipt. This is an old card catalog library card for Mr. Ives's Christmas. So I had to put that in there, right? And then we have a vintage mailing label and another, oh, this is a postcard. This one's a postcard from 1911. Isn't that pretty? So that goes in the back. All right. Oh, I'll do it later. Okay. Another that this might be my favorite of Tracie's pages. I'm not sure. I love them all. I took a piece from the Tim Holtz ephemera, but the picture behind it is old. I'm not sure how old, but it's a picture of the Christmas tree on Christmas morning. It looks like someone was getting some dolls. Hopefully I don't know if that's focusing or not. Anyway, in the pocket are 3 of Tracie's tags. Those cute. Okay, and then just paper, some more of the book page. It's just gorgeous. Oh, I have a few of those Victorian books and I just love them. This was in an Edith Holden book, so I just cut that out and added it. It was a little Christmas message to Belle, so I just cut that out and put that in there. Another tab here. This is an old Christmas card, and I added a magnet so you can open it up. There's actually stuff in this pocket. There we go. Actually, I did it. Did I make this? No. Okay. There's a piece of Tracie's kit in there with that wolf behind the Christmas tree, and then another. Oh, I think this might be the girls after they got their dolls. So I just put that in there. It says 1966 on it. And I'll put that back later because that's going to be a bit difficult. But yeah, it has a magnet right here, so it just stays closed by itself. A red doily. This was a red and white striped bag that I went ahead and tea-dyed. On the front, these are some pieces from a magazine, and it was actually paper dolls. So I cut, all right, before I glued the page to a piece of tea-dyed cardstock because it was very fragile. And then I covered it with collage medium just to keep it safe. And so I glued all those pieces on there, and then the rest of them are inside the bag, in a bag. They're in the bag. Oh, I forgot to put this in the bag. This was a dollhouse, but I didn't have space to glue it under the tree. So I'll put it in this bag. So I just decorated a glassine bag with some stuff, some of Tracie's stuff. I stapled that on, and then these are the actual paper dolls, and they're from the early 1900s. I don't have an exact date, but you've got a baby, and she has a couple outfits here, and then the older girl has a coat that you can put on over her outfit, and a couple of hats actually that go on her head. So let's put that all back in here with the dollhouse. Oops. All right. I'll just leave that later. I just put a piece from Tracie's kit I cut out with a scalloped oval punch. Just put that on the back. Another of the pages from one of Tracie's kits. Okay, the middle of this signature, I have, I've used just a little curly paper clip. This is a small CD envelope that I had coffee dyed. This is an old piece, an old bow. This is from Tracie's freebie. And then in the back, this is a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera that it had holes in the top, so I went ahead and used these stripy brads, and then decorated the flap with some fabric washi, some more pieces of ephemera from Tim Holtz. This is a piece from Tracie's kit that I put behind the window. And then these are also, oops, I think it goes that way, from Tracie's kits. That was really fun to make. Get that over the top and then just clip it. Look at there. Okay. And then this one has, the other one, oh, my threads are getting all tangled. Let's, there we go. It's just a believe. It says believe. That's in the center of that signature. And then, let me get this clip over. There we go. This is the notebook that I made in one of my Let's Play with Trash videos. And it's just, I just decoupaged napkin, some Gilder's wax on the edge, more napkin inside, and then you've just got some paper and a little bow, and it's held together with eyelets. So that just slides over here, and then I just added this Tim Holtz, it says believe, and it has a number on it, and a little bulldog clip, and that's actually put together there with some gold jewelry wire. Just be careful because there might be like a sharp point for the wire, so just beware. Be aware, I guess, is a better way to say that. All right, the back sides of the paper. This is the other side of that stripy bag, so I just decorated it with some Tim Holtz ephemera. Inside is this piece that I made on camera as well. Just a garment tag that I altered entirely. Well, almost entirely. It had the red and white on it. And that just sits in there. And then this is from Hobby Lobby. It's just a cute little stocking. And again, I added a couple of Tracie's little baby tags in there. I love that cardinal. Whenever I see cardinals, I think of my grandma, who passed away last August. And then it's glued on, but it's also held, there's a brad here. Okay, this is a Tim Holtz pocket. I added some of Tracie's pieces, and then there's just all kinds of stuff in here. So this is a vintage cigarette card that has an advertisement on the back, but it's got the pine tree. I just thought that was cute. This is a piece of Tracie's ephemera. And then we have a Scrooge cigarette card and just red tickets. And in the next, if I can get this back in here, we have one of the Denison tags and one of Tracie's tags. I don't know, I just love creating things for Christmas because it's like everything goes, right? This was from some scrapbook paper I had. This is a vintage game card, but I just liked that it had red and green. And I don't know, I'm just drawn to the number 5. I'm not sure why. There's not really a reason. And then in the bottom one, we have a vintage Denison tag that I added a snowflake, and this is from Tracie's kit. And then this is also from Tracie's kit, just a little baby. And then a vintage vendor's receipt for 2 cents, but I like the red on it, so I added that in there. Okay, moving along. This is like a library pocket, but it's had some weird things down here, so I just covered it up with some cheesecloth that's avocado dyed and a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera. Inside the pocket, well, it's also a tuck spot. So behind it, we have, whoops, I think I bumped the camera. I'm so sorry. Okay. Inside, we have some ice coupons and an old cash, like a receipt. It has a 12 on it for December. I think it's actually a 2-parter. Yep, it is. It's just connected at the bottom. And then inside the pocket, I hit that again. I'm so sorry. One of Tracie's tags with a little ruffle sewn on the top. And then this is just a piece from a little planner, but it is December, it's Christmas Day, 1943, if that'll focus. There you go. That's inside the pocket. And then I stamped it with my vintage first class mail stamp there across the subject line. Another piece from the book, or a page from the book. And then this was a piece from an old, printer's magazine. The backside of that paper is so pretty. I couldn't cover any of that up. And then this is the last page, and I have this really cool green patinaed paper clip. I think I got this in Happy Mail. And that I'm sorry, I can't remember from who. This is a jewelry repair envelope that I decorated all up. I didn't even realize it had a 12 on it for December. This is a stamp that belongs to my friend Jenny, and I stamped it onto that stuff you put on the back of fabric. I never know what that stuff is called. Interfacing? I'm not sure. It's a little thicker than that, but isn't that so cool? I love that. And then this is just Tim Holtz ephemera. And then inside, this is another piece from that vintage printer's magazine that I have. These are Tracie Fox. This is some fabric washi. This is one of Lorna's stamps onto onion skin paper. And then I also stamped on some fabric with another stamp that I have. And I don't know what I put inside, so it'll be a surprise for both of us. This is some vintage graph paper that came out of like a memo book. And then this is really fragile. So I just want to warn you, it is super fragile, but I wanted to include it. It's a little Christmas card. And I just think it's adorable. It's from 1913 and someone glued some die cut leaves in there. So it was from, I think it was from one nun to another. It says Sister Lila to Sister Isabel. But I just thought that was beautiful. And it does have some markings where it was in a scrapbook. But that's kind of typical for vintage or Victorian ephemera, antique ephemera. Yeah, so there's that. I love that. Fat Santa. Oh my gosh, isn't he awesome? This is some tatting up here. I just thought it kind of looked like snow. All right, we are already 35 minutes in. Okay, we're halfway done, but I can probably go a little faster because I've sort of explained stuff. Some more ruffle here. This was an envelope. What was this? I don't remember what this started out as, but anyway, I just decorated it. I folded up the bottom and made a couple pockets here. It has one of the index clips just on the top. In the back pocket is an antique Christmas postcard. Again, just anything old like this, it's gonna be fragile. So just take your time when you're putting it in and taking it out. You know, that you get it all. Yeah, I'm gonna do it later. And then down in the little pockets, I just have all kinds of stuff. So let's just pull all this out so you can see. There's pieces of Tracie's kits. There's Denison tags, a milk cap, some more Denison tags, red and green. So you've got two pockets here. You have the one in the front and then the one in the back. So I will put all that away later. Another piece of page from Tracie's kit. And then I love this too. So I took one of these password game cards and I covered it with a napkin. And this is from my friend Jenny's. She has one of those cool Dymo label makers. So she made me a Merry Christmas one. It's sewn around and it has an old hanky on the back, but it had this awesome red tatting. It's just beautiful. So I just sewed all that together and made a tuck spot. And I have one of Tracie's tags inside here that I decorated a little bit. Added a couple of the small circles as a topper. And then this is an advertising card from 1896. I just think that's beautiful. So that's in there. And that's in there. Okay, some more book page. The tab. This was a white coffee filter that I dyed with Distress Oxide, I believe. And then I flicked some white paint on it to make it look like snow. Added this Tim Holtz girl that I actually colored her scarf and her muff and the top of her hat with some Tim Holtz crayon. There's a Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, some rickrack, and some tatting here. And then it's just full, I keep hitting that, I'm so sorry, full of Tracie's tags and such. My camera cord is hanging really close to where I'm filming. I just love these guys. Look at these guys. So yeah, I will maybe do a video on these little coffee filter pockets at some point. I did sew around it too. And then you have the pocket in the front for some tiny little pieces. Okay. This is a doily that my friend Jenny gave me, and I added one of Tracie's pieces from Tracie's kit, this little girl, and I turned it into a pocket. These are also Tracie Fox. And another one of the envelopes that I just, decorated up a bit. And then inside you have two tags from Tracie. And I just put them back to back like that, so because you can see through the envelope. So you can kind of see the tag through, through that envelope. So I love this. Oh, so pretty. And then this is a page from a book. This little girl, I think it's a little girl, is ice skating, and she has the little pillow on her butt. And I just turned that into the center of the signature. This is a piece of Tracie's paper from one of her Christmas collage. I think it's collage and tags kit, but I'll put it in the description box. This was a piece from some paper dolls that I had, just this little bunny. This is one of Lorna's stamps I stamped onto some fabric, and then I just sewed around the whole thing, and then I made, this was the rest of the page from the book. I just turned it into a tuck spot. That's from Tracie's kit, and I think all of this is too. So that's all in there. The middle of this signature has a piece of jewelry. It's just a snowflake. It's really pretty. More of the paper. And then the back of the envelope, I just decorated it up with some Denizen labels and these Tim Holtz paper dolls. And then this is from Tracie's kit back here. And then this tag that this is a piece of rice paper. And then I've got a snowflake charm up at the top and some green ribbon. And it's just an ivory tag on the back. Try not to hit the camera cord. I'll do it later. This is just a piece of vintage ribbon fabric, like ribbon embroidered. And this is from a tablecloth, actually. It had a bunch of poinsettias on it, so just added that. In this side, we have another old picture of Christmas morning and one of Tracie's bits. This is a first day cover that I folded because it was too big for this particular book and made a couple pockets out of it. And this is a piece from Tracie's kit. This is a little tag from her kit. And then in the pocket up top are some more Tracie bits. Tracie bits, I'm just going to call them that from now on. I like that. Tracie, do you like that? The other side, I added some of that fabric ruffle. This is also from some paper dolls. I love the stamp. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see it. It's a little rocking horse of the Christmas tree. I love that. 1978. These are just some pieces from some scrapbook paper. So I just kind of tucked those into the ruffle. And then two of Tracie's tags are in the back. So pretty. All right, on the next page, if I can somehow get these back in, there we go. I used some alcohol ink and dyed this paper clip. Oh, I didn't realize I taped that on the back. Yeah, okay, just full disclosure, I think I was going to use this as a pocket. So I added some packing tape because there was a little tear in the middle. So sorry about that. I ended up not using it as a tuck spot. So, but how gorgeous is that? Isn't that pretty? The word fortune is sort of missing over here. It got torn off some, or, you know, like maybe somebody had some tape there or something. But I just think that's gorgeous. The bow, I mean, it's just so old. It's just so old. I love it. So that is just clipped on because I like it. And maybe, there we go. Okay. And then this is one of the pieces from Tracie's kit, and I added this old radio bingo, you know, thing, whatever that's called. One of Tracie's tags, and a bridge score sheet. I mean, who doesn't like to play bridge on Christmas Day, right? Who else? I don't know how to play bridge. I'm just joking. I've never played bridge in my life. But it totally goes with, you know, this, I think. This is a cool little clip metal. I honestly hate to give this up, so, but I will. This was a stamp hinge envelope that I had. It had stamp hinges in it. I took those out, and it was red, and I thought it was cool. So I used some metallic red washi tape to hold that down, and then put a piece of Tracie's kit inside there. Just be careful. It's glassine, and it's just a bit, you know, a bit fiddly. All right. And then the other side of that page. And then I used this very large bingo card. It's green, and I added a die cut on the front. I sewed around it, turned it into a pocket for this. This is just like an advertising thing, I guess. I sewed around it and added the red and white stripe ruffle. It can be a, you can write on the back if you want. And then some more, you know, of the snowball trim. This is another one of Lorna's stamps on fabric with some paper behind it, just kind of ragged and torn, all sewn together. This is a Victorian die cut. It's authentic. I glued it down because it was very fragile. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I left the little number on there because I love that. This is just a ruffle I made with some vintage fabric ribbon. On the other side, we have a little reindeer pinned on here. You can, it's going to be a little difficult to unpin that. So if you don't want this in here, you might have to cut it. Because I sort of washi over the pin and everything. I'll show you. This is just a cool star piece that I had in my stash. This was a Viewmaster real envelope, but I covered it with Tim Holtz paper, added a Tracie bit, a bit of a flower here, you know, that pointing hand that I love. Added the number 25 and some other paper here as a hinge. This is Tim Holtz. And then inside we have a few Tracie bits. I love this elk, these elk. Okay. And those just go in there. Maybe they do. There we go. Okay, and then that just flips over and the little reindeer hangs there, like that. And then another piece of Tracie's kit. This was a piece I had. It's like store advertising. It came in a roll, so there would have been a whole ton of it. I just had this one piece, so I glued that down. This is a Denison seal that I glued on, and then a die cut ornament. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Thank you so much for staying and sticking with me. Look at this. How gorgeous is that? This is just a corner pocket I made out of an old postcard that just has tons of ornaments on it. And then I made this little, I just kind of took the ribbon and folded it and then sewed it and sewed it on there. And then inside you have an old vintage mailing like label thingy. This is a Tracie tag. And then a vintage wassail recipe card. I think it's from 1971. So if you would like to make yourself some wassail, I know I'm saying that wrong. I absolutely know I'm saying that wrong. So I apologize. Oh, yeah. There's a tab here too. Silver doily. And then this, I took some of the collage paper I had left over that was sitting on my desk and kind of turned it into a bow behind this holly. There's a pine cone. These are Tracie Fox. This is also Tracie, the little bulb ornament behind there, and then a little die cut snowflake. I took some more of that ribbon and then just stapled this little 25 on there. And then you have two of Tracie's tags in the envelope. And another page from Tracie's kit. I think she did a fabulous job. I think this is her first full Christmas kit. And it was just spectacular. This was an old card, an envelope that I had. Or I don't even know if it was old. It may have been. It just says on the first day of Christmas. And then it's just a card. It says the 12 days on the back. And I just inked up the envelope. Added some of Tracie's and Tim Holtz stuff, some eyelash trim and some gold glittery tulle. And then this is actually to hold the flap down. This is a cigar label that I had. And then inside, one of Tracie's tags, another of the red dollar tickets, and a Denison label, just because I love them and it's red. All right, inside we have another snowflake in the middle of our signature. And then I have used one of these little teeny tiny clips to hold on this notebook that I made. I got not an ornament, a little, this little girl, a porcelain, like it's a little figurine, right? And it came with this piece, and I'm not even sure what was inside, if there was anything inside or what it was used for. Maybe it was the box. I can't remember. Anyway, I love Joan Walsh Anglin. She is like my favorite illustrator, at least at the moment. And so I had to put this in. So I just turned it into a notebook. There's just plain paper, tea-dyed paper inside, and I sewed it together with some red and white baker's twine and clipped that on because I just think it's adorable. All right, on the back here, I took some Tim Holtz ephemera, some old watch rate recorder paper, graph paper. This is the back of a ticket, a bus ticket, I think. This is a Denison seal, some other paper back here, and I just sewed it all together and made a little, you know, like cluster piece. This is a library pocket, and I made a little cluster with a, whoops, milk cap down here. This is a Denison seal. I collaged, papered onto the library card, and sewed around it and added another crochet little snowflake up at the top. You could actually put something in here, but obviously this was just getting too chunky, so I did not. All right, another page from Tracie's kit. It says Christmas Eve really faintly down here. I think it's so pretty. I did a little, you know, just sort of clustery thing here with Tim Holtz ephemera. And then you've got another tag or decoupage tag inside. This is napkin back here. Little Tim Holtz girl holding her mittens. She's adorable. Sewed around it, added some sparkly ribbon and some fun like red eyelashy trim stuff there. And another little bulb ornament decoration on the back. This is a Tim Holtz die cut from a die, so it's like an oven and there's cookies inside. I used aluminum foil for the silver pieces, just to give it a little more character, and then some Tracie tags in the back. And this is the paper clip I made in one of my videos. And then there's this gorgeous antique Christmas card under that. And let's see if I can get it open. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love the pink. It probably was more red maybe when it started, but I think it's gorgeous. And nope, didn't catch it. Let's try again. There we go. Okay. Moving along. Oh, this was on the other side. Look at that dog. How cute is that? 1909. How cute is he? It's a postcard. I just thought that dog was adorable. Just full disclosure, the Gilder's wax that I used on the paper clip, I must have not let it sit long enough, and it sort of shows on the next page, just so you know. Another page from the book. And I just took this little envelope that had a 12 on it, did some layering, collaging, some film strip back here. These are Tim Holtz stickers. This is a little Tim Holtz paper doll. And you have a couple little things in the pocket from Tracie. And then behind, I just put a piece of notebook paper from a really old memo book that I have. So it's just 2 pages together there. And we are almost done. Look at that fox. I love him. Tim Holtz, and another, this is another of the snow globes that I made. This one has a circle from Tracie inside. More snowflakes. And then on the back is another picture from Christmas morning. This is old, and then this is Tim Holtz on top. And then back here, I have the fireplace die with your stockings, and it says the children were nestled all snug in their beds. and then another one of Lorna's stamps on fabric. And that's it. That is it. The Chunky Monkey. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm so sorry that that was almost an hour. What are you going to do? Yeah, so if you're interested in this journal, please go and check it out in my shop. And I hope you're having a fabulous day. I will be back soon with the giveaway winners. And another fun surprise is coming on Monday. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and stay safe and healthy, and I will talk to you in the next video.